A unique and visual protest taking place outside Senator Mitt Romney's office today.
Hundreds of snowmen showing up at Utah's state capitol.
A demonstration focused on climate change is getting national attention.
Have covered the ground of the state capitol with a political message involving snowmen.
All of these snowmen were supposed to raise awareness for climate change.
They are an endangered species thanks to climate change, and they'd love to stick around in Utah. But climate change might make that a little bit less possible.
These snowmen say the best way to slow climate change is carbon pricing, charging someone for the amount of carbon that they put into the air.
Climate policy endorsed by thousands of economists, both Democrats and Republicans, including 4 former Federal Reserve Board chairmen, 28 Nobel laureates in economics, and 15 former chairs of the White House Council of Economic Advisors. Most recently, it's earned the support of the business community as well. A carbon tax is technology neutral and encourages shifts away from carbon-intensive sources of energy, while encouraging energy efficiency and conservation, as well as research and development in new technologies. It would increase the rate of return on energy efficiency upgrades, encourage the utilization of more fuel-efficient vehicles, reduce miles traveled, and drive many small and modest adjustments in the choices made by consumers, manufacturers, and others.
We need a robust plan to cut carbon emissions if we want to have any chance of really saving the planet. Our plan returns 100% of the net revenue back to the American people as a monthly dividend payment.
Since this bill's original introduction, Citizens Climate Lobby volunteers have been spreading the word about it. They've generated endorsements from 1,003 local businesses, 140 faith groups, 135 local governments, and 743 prominent individuals in their communities.
This is just the start of what is a really important and exciting conversation about a serious step that we can take to reduce carbon emissions.
Top recommendation, honestly, would be just to have a carbon tax.
Carbon fee.
A carbon tax.
Carbon pricing.
Carbon tax.
Price on carbon.
When you put a price on carbon, everything else works.
The United States sets out on the road to cut greenhouse gases in half by the end of this decade. This is the decisive decade. This is the decade we must make decisions that will avoid the worst consequences of the climate crisis. Those that do take action and make bold investments in their people, in clean energy future, will win the good jobs of tomorrow and make their economies more resilient and more competitive.
I'm very open to a carbon tax, carbon dividend.
Some kind of a price on carbon.
Simply to put in place a carbon tax